Hello everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. Today we're going to be cracking open some mini tin bundles from Costco. I picked these up for $29.99. You get 2 booster packs inside of each of these mini tins. So you're getting 10 booster packs for $30, which is not too shabby. These are actually a pretty solid deal, and these have actually gained some notoriety recently on the Pokemon TCG subreddit because some people noticed that some shoppers were picking these up in bulk, most likely for resale. Now, I personally thought scalping died 8 months ago, and even the Charizard Ultra Premium collection could not be scalped, but it looks like these products contain just enough value for some people to squeeze a profit out of them. So I'm really curious what these truly contain, because at first I didn't think it was that good of a deal. It's a decent deal, but it's not that good of a deal. So really, to find out, I have to crack these open for myself. You get yourself 4 holo rare cards inside of each of these bundles. These are not promo cards. These are not exclusive cards. These are just holo rare cards that are inside of different sets. Here we have the Cinderace from base set Sword and Shield, I think. Inteleon, I think, from Chilling Reign. And Dialga, as well as Rillaboom. So some interesting holos, but nothing special. These are available on the secondary market for literal pennies. These mini tins come in 3 different types of bundles. We have the Galar Powers, we have the Galar Pals, and we have the Sinnoh Star bundle. So there's 3 different bundles, and they do contain some pretty solid booster packs. Each one contains a coin, a little promo art piece, as well as 2 booster packs. We got a pretty good one here, Evolving Skies. Nice, that's a really strong one. And next up we got Fusion Strike. Now, I usually do not recommend you pick up these mini tins just because a standard size booster pack does not actually fit inside of the mini tins. So they really have to push to get these booster packs inside of these little mini tins, and sometimes that can damage the cards, so it's not really worth it to buy these mini tins. These are available on the Crown Zenith set, so you can pick up the mini tins for Crown Zenith. However, if you're looking to crack open Crown Zenith booster packs, I would say the mini tins are the last product I would consider just for the damage booster packs. If you pick up a really cool card, like imagine if I get a Moonbreon inside of one of these booster packs and it just so happens to be damaged, that would just be really unfortunate. But Evolving Skies, that's pretty sick. That's some pretty expensive booster packs, so pretty good so far. Seeing the type of booster packs that are inside of these mini tins, I can completely understand why some people are picking these mini tins up in bulk, because on the Pokemon website, they sell these mini tins for $8.99 each, so $9 for 2 booster packs, which is not really a good deal. But if you buy one of these Costco bundles for $30, you're really spending $3 per booster pack, and Evolving Skies alone is going for well over $3 a booster pack. So there is a little bit of resale value inside of these, but it's not enough for me to even ever consider picking up a pallet worth of these, right? It's just not that good of a deal. It's decent, but I mean, if you're that kind of person who's trying to squeeze every penny out of Pokemon cards, it is what it is. I suppose for $30, you do get yourself a nice little decent stack of booster packs to crack open. So if you find these at your local Costco for $30, it is probably a pretty decent deal for these booster packs. Even if the cards are a little bit damaged on the inside, I think it's still okay. It's a decent deal. It's certainly not the best deal of the season. That was something completely different. But if you do want some decent booster packs, Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, and I've heard people picked up Cosmic Eclipse inside of these booster packs as well. I've heard people get Rebel Clash inside of these mini tins. So there's some decent stuff inside of these mini tins for sure. At $30, it's a decent enough deal. Certainly not something I would consider scalping. It's not anywhere near the value that's worth the risk, you know, to pick up palletfuls of these. They're definitely fun for a Saturday afternoon, but nothing crazy to write home about, especially with the condition that some of these mini tins come in. I hope we get something decent. You do get yourself the potential for alt art cards inside of both Evolving Skies and Fusion Strike. Some really strong chase cards in both sets. Of course, Evolving Skies is going to be the preferable of the two. We got 5 Fusion Strike and 5 Evolving Skies exactly. I do have another set of these mini tins, and I kind of want to open it up just to see what kind of booster packs we get. And we can crack those open too, just to see if the conditions of the cards are any good. Are we even going to get a pull from our mini tins? My goodness, this has been some serious duds so far. Got a duplicate rare so far. Fusion Strike, I've only ever pulled one alt card from Fusion Strike. One single alt art card, and that was the Mew V. Pretty strong card to pull. Sold that card at auction. With the proceeds going to charity. We're going to keep on cracking open and seeing if we get anything decent from these little mini tins. My goodness, I would like to check the condition of these cards, but without us pulling a single decent card, it's not really worth checking on the condition of a common card, you know. So hopefully we pull something decent. I do notice now that, you know, the best pulls are in the center of the cards. That's usually where they put your alt art cards. We do the trick to move them into the back just to see if it's the last card or not. But in general, being in the middle of the booster pack tends to help the chase cards a little bit in terms of condition, you know. So that's appreciative. With the code card being at the back, it takes probably the brunt of any weird abrasions. Do we do 3 to the front? I don't even know. Toss that energy. Good thing we did. Not a single hit so far. So in terms of pull rates, these mini tins are not doing it for me. Seeing how affordable they are, it's not the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination. So a couple more booster packs to go. Hopefully we get something decent. I haven't pulled an alt art card from Evolving Skies in a little while. That's why people call it Evolving Cries for a reason, just because of how challenging the sets can be. Honestly, after last year's, in terms of sets, man, it got a duplicate holo rare. This is some serious sick burn. With all of these sets from last year, you know, I'm talking about Astral Radiance, Silver Tempest, Brilliant Stars. All of the sets from last year were so good, especially with the Trainer Gallery cards, that I think we are in a completely new era of Pokemon cards right now, where you really kind of sucks to go back to some of these older sets where the pulls are just way worse, right? The pulls are just not even close to being on the same level. Oh my goodness, we got duplicates after duplicates. We got a duplicate Altaria right there. Oh man, this is not looking good. Yeah, I'm gonna open up another set of these mini tins because this is not going to do it for me. Hopefully, with another 10 more booster pack, yeah, check out this card. That's some serious whitening. So yeah, the cards can definitely get pretty damaged inside of these mini tins, being squished and scrunched up inside of it. It's not going to be a significant amount of damage. It's not going to be anything crazy. We got like 3 or 4 holo rares, but not a single ultra rare. So this just goes to show you, if you pick up a product like this, there's always the chance that you don't get anything good. If you were opening up Brilliant Stars or Silver Tempest right now, you'd probably have 2 or 3 Trainer Gallery cards right now. Even if you didn't pull yourself a secret rare or a rainbow or an alt art or even an ultra rare, which we haven't pulled yet, you'd still get yourself probably 2 Trainer Gallery cards, and that would really help with the burn when you're on a long dud streak like this. Evolving Cries strikes again, man. I swear, that set is just dangerous because the value there is definitely there for just even loose booster pack. If you have any Evolving Skies sealed products inside of your collection, hey, there we go. Some more decent booster packs here. We got Brilliant Stars and Astral Radiance. Hopefully we get some more pack variety. I hope that we don't just get 5 Brilliant Stars and 5 Astral Radiance from these little mini tins. That would not be the most variety, I think, for these mini tins. You do want the opportunity to get something different, but it looks like it's going to be just really consistent with the type of booster packs they put inside of it. Do you want Evolving Skies or you want Brilliant Stars and Astral Radiance? In terms of fun potential, I would say Brilliant Stars and Astral Radiance are just fine. Just fine in terms of fun, right? You can pull some cool alt art cards in all of these booster packs, and I'm pretty confident we'll probably get a trainer gallery card somewhere in here. 10 booster packs is pretty decent amount of value. How many Raikou coins am I going to get? I wonder what this Raikou coin is in terms of a product. It's probably in some kind of product, and they just decided that they had too many coins and they're just going to insert them inside of these little mini tins. Ooh, got some plastic on this one. Final case, and it looks like still Astral Radiance and Brilliant Stars. Are these mini tin bundles really worth reselling? Probably not, I would say. I mean, the person who picked up the pallet full of them could easily be giving them to kids, you know? I'm not going to assume that they're scalping. That would be wrong of me. But they did definitely pick up a whole entire pallet full of these. And it's okay value. It's nothing crazy, right? Picking up a booster box of Brilliant Stars or Astral Radiance is probably going to cost you around $120. So these mini tins are decent value on their own, because if you spend $120 at Costco, you're getting a couple of more booster packs than a booster box, which is not too shabby. And we're still on a real dry streak right now, so I would like to pull something decent and just compare the back to it and see if we got lucky in terms of the quality that we got. And we got an upside down Diancie. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Upside down Diancie is exactly what we want. Couple more booster packs to go. Am I going to be let down? You know, there were still people that accused me of opening up as many products as I can and then only showing footage of the best one. I wish that was the case. You know, I have better things to do on my time than to sit around here and just crack open a dozen booster box and just hoping to get one god booster pack or something like that and just show off to you guys. Really is not the case. We do not have that kind of value back here. Woo, that's a pretty good card. Already got this copy, but it's a nice hit nonetheless. Not super expensive, but this is what I'm talking about, you know. With sets like these, just getting a decent trainer gallery card can really help you feel good about your pulls. It's not always about the pack value. The pack value is important, of course, because you're spending money on Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards is not a free hobby, so you do want to get back what you paid, right? In terms of entertainment or value, you just want to feel like you got what your money spent on, really. And even if I don't get, you know, like $60 worth of value from these booster packs, that's not really the point. It's about the pack opening experience. It's about the collecting element. Did I feel like I had fun? Was there enjoyment to be had in getting this Radiant Hawlucha? And in the back, we got the Beedrill V alt art cards. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what we're here. This is what we live for in the collecting sphere. We got the Beedrill V. This is actually one of my favorite cards in terms of alt art. I thought this card just looked really good. It's not particularly one of the more expensive alt art cards, but it's super cool. I just love the design of it. Unfortunately, Beedrill is just not one of the more popular Pokemon. Completely understandable, but it is a nice piece nonetheless. You know, on my last video when I said that XY, or I'm sorry, we're not even close to XY era, Scarlet and Violet base set was going to continue with the art gallery cards. There were some comments who said, you know, they don't love the new art cards because they think the art is just a little bit too confusing. They don't love how complex the art is getting. Completely understandable. Not every card is going to vibe with you, you know. You're not going to love every single card that comes out. And that's completely on purpose, especially with the art gallery cards, where the artist can really go a bit ham with what they present. They can just do some really cool stuff. So this Beedrill card is a great example of a more simplistic design. You can look at the card right away, and there's a lot going in it. If I take that card up, I can tell you that there's a ton of flowers. That's no joke. I mean, like, obviously it's a field of flowers, but there's a ton of details there. Every single tulip is completely visible. There's just so much detail to it, and that's just really nice to see. Very simple design, not as crazy as the Giratina V by any stretch. So that's pretty cool that there are both complex alt art cards and at the same time pretty simple alt art cards. So some people have said, you know, are these really, are the trainer gallery cards or the art gallery cards really alt art cards? I'm okay with calling them alt art cards just because they are, by technicality, an alternate art card, you know, by all definition of what that means, they are. You can define it a little bit differently because a true secret rare alt art card is significantly more challenging to pull than a trainer gallery one, which is definitely a little bit easier to pull, but there's a lot more in the trainer gallery, and I would say that trainer gallery cards are no less beautiful, gorgeous, or eye-pleasing as true alt art cards, right? They still have really, really great looking cards inside of the trainer gallery, and I'm really happy to hear that they're going to continue doing these art galleries. I am really happy to hear that we're going to continue to get them into the Scarlet and Violet era. That's great. You know, I was kind of worried that Scarlet and Violet were just going to have nothing good inside of the set, and I was going to be a little bit weirded out, you know, because I was like, what's there to be hyped about, Scarlet and Violet? There's just nothing good inside of the set. It's not really worth even talking about. So let's see, one more booster pack to go, and we get ourselves Aggron VMAX. Let's talk about the condition on this card. Actually pretty decent compared to what could be inside of these mini tins. I'm pretty happy with that. You know, I've had some pretty poor luck with these mini tins before in terms of conditions, but so far it looks like the conditions on these pulls so far are not bad. Not bad at all. I was expecting a lot more damage, so I'm not sure. Maybe these little mini tins have improved a little bit. Maybe they're more careful now with their insert. Ooh, my goodness. That Cleavor, I saw this card from the back, and if you guys look really closely, you can see there's definitely some damage right there. And I thought that this was like a code card or an energy card, that's why I flipped it over. But it's our ultra rare pull, yeah. So yeah, maybe I spoke too soon. You can definitely see that there's still some damage on these cards. So not perfect condition by that, but it's all right. It's all right. You know, our Beedrill alt art card really came through. I'm pretty happy with that one. Final booster pack. If you were to pick these up, I would say skip on the XY evolutions. I'm sorry. Why did I say XY evolution? Skip on the Evolving Skies booster packs, because I think these mini tins with the Astral Radiance and Brilliant Star ones are just a little bit more fun to pull because you can just see the hits. Certainly, if you want to go for something risky, the Galar Power mini tins, which had the Evolving Skies booster pack inside of them, is one of those high risk, high reward. You get 5 Evolving Skies booster pack, which is not a lot. You're probably not going to get yourself an alt art card, but if you do get one, congrats. You definitely won the lottery on that end. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. Final thoughts on these mini tin bundles. I would say they're a pretty solid deal at $30. Nothing crazy to write home about. If I were to go on the secondary market, I would probably guess that I can find these online for like $40 or $45. It's not really worth writing home about. Some cool stuff here for sure. Not a bad deal at all. It's not the best deal in the world, but it's not a bad deal. Now, I'm sure the European viewers are going to say it's the best deal that they've ever seen because everything in Europe is super expensive. I've heard it. I get it. Pokemon cards are moving to Europe. I'm pretty confident there will be a Pokemon Center online in Europe in the upcoming months or years. So definitely be on the lookout because they're expanding pretty hard right now. And I'm glad to see that the international scene is getting so much attention. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.